Hey guys, welcome back to WD18, the Watford fans channel. It is me, Shane, here for another preview as the Golden Boys return to Vicarage Road to face Leicester City in a 12 o'clock kickoff on Sunday, live on Sky Sports. Before we get into the preview, let us have a bit of a recap in regards to our last game. A humbling defeat for Watford, really, losing 5-0 at Anfield to Liverpool. A game really where Liverpool really did show their quality. Big performances from some of their players, like Trent Alexander-Arnold, Sadio Mane, Virgil van Dijk. They never gave us a chance really. Their attacking quality plentiful. Some of our play though wasn't great. I did think the left side of the side, I thought Roberto Pereira, Adam Messina, I think were especially culpable. Messina, poor night for him, very poor night for him, but he wasn't helped out by his left-sided midfielder, Roberto Pereira. Didn't track back at all, didn't help. I do think Messina could have been a little bit more physical, though, up against the likes of Salah. I think it was a game where we definitely did miss Jose Holebas. I think he would have maybe at least put in a couple of questionable challenges, let's say, but I think he would have shown Salah that at least he was there. Watching back some of those highlights, it just looks as if Salah's just completely unmarked out there, really. Messina not really making too much of an impact out there. Right back as well, I thought Daryl had a torrid evening. Just such a struggle, of course, up against his Liverpool side, who were, of course, in great form. And we were just lambs to the slaughter for them, really. We did have one very good chance in the last 15 minutes. Andre Gray blazing over. I don't think Alisson actually made a save from that. It was a bad miss, and one that Andre really should have scored. But we're not going to be judged on games like that this season. It is about moving on in style. We returned to Vicarage Road after what seems like an absolute age since we were last there. I believe the last game was actually Everton, where we were taking on, of course, Marco Silva, an ex-Watford manager. And guess what? On Sunday, given the events of the week, we will be welcoming back another ex-Watford manager to Vicarage Road, and that is Brendan Rodgers. Let's have a little bit of a chat then about a predicted lineup now. I wouldn't change too much about the lineup. I think, as Javi came out and said, I think on Thursday in his post-match conference, the fact that we've lost today doesn't mean I'm not any less confident in the players. I've still got confidence in the players, and I think that's a big indication for Javi to say, I know tonight's defeat was bad, but I'm not going to change things up too much for the next game. And I think with those comments in mind, I think, if we go through this predicted lineup, I'd say Ben Foster, of course, starts in goal. Of course, congratulations to him for winning the Goalkeeper of the Year award, I think, in the London Football Awards, despite the fact that Watford isn't in London, but we'll gloss over that for now. Let's move on to our defence then. Right back, I would start Kiko Femenia if he was fit. I don't think he necessarily will start. I think Javi will give Daryl Janmaat another go at right back. But as I say, I've really missed seeing Kiko bombing down that wing. I really have. He's a game changer for us, I think, at times as well. He's an attacking player. I think he's criminally undervalued in our side. Centre-backs, Craig Cathcart, Adrian Mariappa for me. Given a torrid afternoon at Liverpool, I'm not sure it will be the same. I'm not sure they'll have another reoccurrence of that on Sunday. There are potential shouts to maybe bring back in the likes of Kabasele and all that. Again, I can't see Javi doing that. Left back, a welcome return to the side for Jose Holebas, who's been out the last 2 games with suspension. As well, good to see him back in there again. I'm looking forward to seeing him on the pitch on Sunday. 2 in the midfield, Abdoulaye Doucouré, Etienne Capoue. Right side of midfield for me will probably be Will Hughes. I thought he was actually alright against Liverpool. I think it was someone just actually trying to make something happen, if anything. Left side of midfield is an interesting one, and it's a point that a lot of people have been picking up on in the aftermath of the Liverpool game. For me, I thought Roberto Pereira offered us absolutely nothing. On Wednesday night, his performances look of someone who just doesn't want to be here, disinterested. The January transfer window's clearly got to him. I think he was maybe even looking for a move. I remember him wanting to move last summer as well. The Pozzo's held firm though, but we've just not seen the performances from him this season, and it's actually really annoying that that's the case. So, in regards to Pereira, I would drop him for the game. I'd put in Ken Sema at left midfield. I thought Sema would have been better suited, I think, for the Liverpool game. I think he would have definitely have trapped back, would have helped out Messina. I just don't think Pereira fancied doing that. And then, of course, up top for me, Troy Deeney and Gerard Deulofeu. Let us now move on and have a chat about Leicester City. And it's been a very, very lively week for them off the pitch. Of course, last Saturday they lost 4-1 at home to Crystal Palace, which of course prompted a lot of boos and a lot of negative reaction from the Leicester City fans. I remember watching that game on TV. And then the next morning, it was announced that Claude Puel had been sacked as Leicester City manager. Their replacement is an ex-Watford manager, Brendan Rodgers, who, of course, has left Celtic to take over the role. In regards to Leicester's form, of course, this is taking into account, of course, the last 5 games has seen them pick up just 1 win, 1 draw and 3 losses. The win coming in midweek on Tuesday night as they beat Brighton 2-1 at the King Power. A little bit of faith restored, perhaps. Of course, Brendan wasn't actually in the dugout for that game. His first game in charge of Leicester will be on Sunday against us. The other 3 defeats as well, as I say, the Palace away game, absolutely dreadful. I thought Leicester were in that game. Spurs, United as well with the 2 other defeats. The draw, though, coming at Anfield, so there was a little bit of positivity there at least, but I think as a neutral looking in on Leicester City, I think Puel's number was up anyway. I just didn't see them going forward. And that's kind of where I'm a little bit concerned in regards to Sunday, because let's be honest, as Watford fans watching this will know, we don't tend to do very well when an opposition has changed their manager in the week. We don't tend to fare very well in that kind of respect. I think if Claude Puel had been in charge, I think we definitely would have come into this game. I definitely would have been coming into this game thinking, yeah, it'll be a bank of 3 points. But I just got the signs. Of course, there were 2 assistant managers taking over on Tuesday, and I just got the signs that Leicester City were kind of clicking back in there again. Like Vardy looked interested again. It's gonna be a tough afternoon as well. Worth bearing in mind as well that Brendan Rodgers has failed to win his first league match in charge of his previous 4 teams as well. He's drawn 2 and lost 2 as well. That's, of course, including his last role at Liverpool and at Celtic as well. In regards to Leicester City, let's have a little bit of a chat then about some of their team news as well. 2 bits of team news for them. Daniel Amartey has been out with a long-term ankle injury. He may well be set to return on Sunday. They're a very strong side though, Leicester City, and I think, as I say, under the right manager, they really are a force to be reckoned with. In regards to us, quite simple. Away from home between now and the end of the season is going to be tough. I look at our away games remaining: Huddersfield away, Chelsea away, City away. That's just, oh my god. United away as well. Tough games. Sides where, let's be honest, in previous seasons we haven't picked up any points against them. Home games are now crucial, and it starts on Sunday against Leicester City. I expect us to go out there. I expect us to beat them. It's difficult. They're playing on Sunday. I know. Our rivals for 7th spot are playing on the Saturday as well, and a couple of other teams that we're on the lookout for as well are, of course, playing on Saturday. It's about blocking that out, though, on Sunday. It's about getting behind the team and getting the results now. Our home form is going to be crucial between now and the end of the season. As I say, starts against Leicester. We've got some huge games coming up. Southampton and Fulham, bottom half of the table. Sides we should be beating. I think it's as simple as that. If we've got plans of European... I know Scott Duxbury was speaking on TalkSport this week. I haven't actually listened back to the interview yet. But, if we've got plans to move forward from where we are now, and let's be clear, we're doing fantastically well now. 8th spot, an FA Cup quarter-final on the horizon. If we want to move on, if we want to really target European football, if we want to go all guns blazing into that, guess what? We need to beat sides like Leicester City at home. It's crucial that we do that. It's 3 points on the line in front of a home crowd. We haven't been back at the Vic for ages now. And it'll be about putting in a performance, the best performance that we possibly can. I'm confident that we can actually do that. And I hope the Golden Boys deliver on Sunday afternoon. I'm going to leave that preview there. Thank you very much for watching. I will be at Vicarage Road on Sunday afternoon. We'll be doing fan cams after the game. Come over if you are free. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to turn on notifications for all the post-match reactions to the Leicester game. And I'll see you all next time. Come on, you Horns!